From the Detroit Free Press, it's Wednesday, July 14th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
For the Detroit Free Press Autos team, I'm Jamie LaRue. General Motors has idled all 3 of its plants in the Lansing area due to a global shortage of semiconductor chips, which are used in many car parts. The shutdowns, albeit temporary, still devastate the community. Take Tony M's restaurant in Lansing. It counts on GM's Lansing Delta Assembly and Lansing's regional stamping plant's workforce of 2,700 people to regularly eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner there. But GM has had the plants closed since July 19th. The restaurant's revenue has plummeted 40%. Similarly, a nearby supplier who normally delivers parts to GM's Delta plant and to GM's Lansing Grand River Assembly has had to temporarily lay off nearly 600 workers with the plants down. Economists worry that if car makers in Michigan continue to idle their plants, it will hurt other types of manufacturers and wholesalers. GM CEO Mary Barra said GM plans to make substantial changes in its supply chain to address the chip shortage, but GM did not elaborate further.
This is Brian McCollum, music writer with the Detroit Free Press. Alice Cooper has a busy homecoming visit lined up this week. Detroit is never just any old tourist stop for Cooper, who was born and raised on the city's east side. But this week is particularly packed with activity for the shock rocker, who's heading in for a Saturday show at DTE Energy Music Theater. On Thursday, Cooper will be on hand in Westland for the dedication of Alice Cooper Court, a stretch of street off Michigan Avenue. The street just happens to lead into the old Eloise Psychiatric Hospital, a longtime source of local fascination and haunted tales, prompting it to serve as inspiration for a 2017 horror movie. So it's fitting that the building has been transformed into a new Halloween haunted attraction called Eloise Asylum. Cooper will cut the ribbon on Thursday after the street ceremony. From there, he's headed to Rock City Music in Livonia for his first Detroit area autograph signing in 22 years. It's all part of Cooper's campaign in support of Detroit Stories, his February album of throwback rock and roll celebrating his old Motor City years.
I'm Sue Solaski, Detroit Free Press food writer. McDonald's announced it's bringing a big change to its iconic Happy Meal. The fast food giant is aiming to reduce plastic used in the Happy Meal toy worldwide by the end of 2025. Since 2018, McDonald's says it's already reduced virgin fossil fuel plastic in toys by 30% in some European markets. The kid-aimed Happy Meals made their debut more than 4 decades ago. The shift to more renewable, recycled, or certified materials for the toys, McDonald's says, will result in a 90% reduction of plastics. McDonald's says its shift in sustainability reflects its next generation of customers who, quote, care deeply about protecting the planet. The goal is to keep the fun in its Happy Meals, but the new toys will be made with plant-derived or recycled materials. McDonald's is also looking at ways to recycle the old toys, using them to make new restaurant trays or used in playgrounds. Happy Meals were launched in 1979. More than 1 billion Happy Meals are sold yearly worldwide.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. The Detroit Tigers take down the Chicago White Sox in a Tuesday matinee. A 3-run 7th inning was the difference in a 5-3 Detroit Tigers victory. The Tigers cranked out 16 hits in the contest, including 2 RBIs from both Akil Baddoo and Victor Reyes. Tigers manager AJ Hinch talked about the importance of Tuesday's victory when it comes to the development of Tigers rookie Akil Baddoo.
It is, and it's going to be important for him. I go back and forth with him a little bit. You try to, and some of that's Victor Reyes playing well. Some of it, Derek when he was healthy. It's not just about Akil, but I think he can handle the pressure of in the responsibility of doing that. He's better against righties. We know that, but we want to try to build an everyday player who can influence a lineup, every day. And so when he gets his opportunities, he's shown some pretty good at bats against some lefties that, Yarbrough and Dallas both moved the ball all over the place. He hung in there quite a bit. So, and if you look back on the whole season, he's faced some really tough lefties as well. So time will tell where that impact comes from, but from a competitive standpoint, Akil never backs down.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out Freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to Freep.com/special offer.